digital leadership with that background. So we asked the board about 25 million euro investment for trust and for vision-based projects that was not that fully declared with deliverables. And we got the money in the end of 2012. And we started a project that we named Horizon. Horisont in Swedish, with Z or not. So it's Horizont. And you know, how many of you know how far it's to the horizon? If you stay just in the waterfront, the horizon is always, and if you're about 1 meter and 80 centimeters long, it's always 5 kilometers ahead. And what happens with the horizon? When we are moving towards the horizon, you can't get any closer to it. So it's moving like a goal that they have very difficult to catch. So we started with customer insights. And you know different methods for this. You can get to the surface and see what people say and what they think. And you can follow people to look at what they are doing, what they are using. And even you can go any deeper and see what people know, feel, and dream about. And of course, there are different methods and different findings for this. So based on these customer insights, we put together a customer experience platform that you could see on the slide. So it's about 12 different areas. And what we could see, besides simplicity is very often the most common outcome of this type of research. But what you see besides simplicity, it was that people like to use our bets, use our games in a social context. That means preparing bets together, sharing bets with others, and compare your skill with other people. So it was social context, and then number 2 it was a natural personalization for me. So we use this platform, this customer experience platform, for selecting different functions, different needs to develop on. And we did number 3, in-house development. So we decided to lift our own staff to a new level, new tools, new training, and a new environment. Number 4, we decided to use open source. So we exchanged every type of product from Adobe, from Oracle, and from, for example, Sybase. And we also built, number 5, an ecosystem. It's like the idea that all devices could be used with the same API platform. We decided to reduce complexity, and the client was just a client, and it was not a function with a lot of logical modules. And we also built developed or built a raw data analytics database based on Hadoop cluster. And for example, this was not described for the board. We just did it because we thought that it was a good investment. So also we have automatized testings, continuous deployment, and a lot of monitoring services. So result then. Of course, it's always good to talk about failures, but I know this is not the type of conference that we are talking about failure. It's more like successful factors. So it will be another session. So we could see both last year, 2016, and even the year before, that we have a growth in mobile. So we have a net sales of 95 million euro, and it was increased by 57%. The customer base went up 24%, and last year we have 630,000 customers that paid for a bet in the mobile. And the customer satisfaction index is the highest that we have for any channel. So the customers loved the service in the mobile. Number 2, we reduced the lead time in client development with 30 to 50% due to this. And nowadays, number 3, we have a continuous deployment with testing and deployment every day if we want. And it's open. Most of the platform is open based. We use a lot of products from that are open source. And we have, as I said, a Hadoop-based cluster with raw data. And we have also implemented a service design process with similar steps every time, validating customer needs, doing prototypes, early customer testing, new prototypes, and that type of work to be sure that we are doing the right things and that the service will be a good service for the customer. And skill. So we have added a lot of new skills to our staff. They open source, they use Node, they use apps and so on. So it's a lot of new skills during this process, this project. And methods also, every startups are working with multidisciplinary teams, working together, business to IT to user experience, but in older organization is not that common. So we delivered on the promises made to the board, and if we have afterwards could say it's a digital transformation, it was not the goal from the beginning. So we have what we call now a core service, and the next step will be to a core service that suits every customer, broader functions, and the next step will be to develop premium services to selected segments and not having the requirement that it will work for every type of devices. So that will be the next step for us. Premium services delivered to premium group of customers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mats.